sinabi po ng isang columnist namin, si Manu Triquia, na you're being compared to an mafia.
I think we're all in agreement here that we will not shift our rules for accommodating incidents such as this. On the part of the minority naman po, there might be a confusion that we might be happy if there is no one to help the budget sponsor to defend it. We can say whatever you want. But that's far from the truth. Hindi rin naman yun yung gusto namin. What we're here for in the budget is to find answers, to seek answers, to clarify, to explain bakit po ganito yung budget. When you don't have a resource person around to aid the budget sponsor, not so much as to defend, but to, to put substance into the budget, it becomes a lost cause. So, and I think regarding the rules, this is the first time lang po siguro, and hopefully it is the last. This will be the first time that an official has failed to reach the bare minimum of decency to at least appear po, no? Or at least send a representative. But we're still hopeful that this would not be repeated, and we're still hopeful that the bare minimum of attendance would be, continued by other members. So I don't think we will have to change our rules for this po.
Thank you. The next question.
May follow-up lang.
Go ahead, Vic.
Just one follow-up na lang po. Based on your explanation nga po na hindi nyo babaliin yung rules ng plenary regarding budget deliberation. So, is it possible na kung talagang hindi siya darating as a matter of parliamentary procedure, may miyembro na tatayo na lang mag-move to adopt the recommendation of the Appropriations Committee?
Again, I guess we will cross the bridge when we get there. Kasi I think for today, we're still waiting for the officials from the Office of the Vice President to appear. So malay nyo, magkaroon po ng himala. Mamayang hapon dumating. Di at least hindi mangyayari yung nabanggit po ninyo, sir. No? So, but then again, it's up to the members of the plenary. Hindi naman natin control kung ano pong decision po, lalong-lalo na sa members of the minority, wherein ang dami po nilang questions dun po sa budget ng OVP. So, let's wait and see kung ano po yung magiging takbo nitong diskusyon sa budget po ng OVP.
Thank you, Vic. The next question comes from Lenesca Pante of GMA Online.
Ay, good morning po, Lenesca. And sir, good morning po. Given the absence of the Vice President as of the moment, would you say that the House Appropriations Panel's recommended 733 million budget for OVP is a justified one and the 2 billion is unjustified? That's my question po.
You can't answer that question whether justified or not because we haven't even tackled it on the floor. And the reason why we can't tackle it on the floor is because she's absent, she's not here. You know what? Anything can happen during plenary debates. It has happened many times. May iba nagre-recommend ng dagdag budget, dagdagan. Kung nakikita naman nila na maganda at maayos, di ba? May pa nga nagre-recommend na kung pwede, doblehin pa. So sa akin, di ba, until such time that she is here, then we will know and find out from the members of Congress what our position is with regards to the recommendations on the Committee on Appropriations.
Thank you. Are you done with your question, Lenesca? Okay, next question from Red Mendoza of Manila Times.
Hi po, good morning po. First question po. Kong Jill, yung sinabi niyo po na you're not necessarily pushing, pero you're necessarily parang pushing na rin for the Vice President to resign. Of course, she's voted by 32 million people. She's voted by more people than the President. And meron din siyang cadre of bloggers and supporters na pwedeng kalkalin ang buhay ninyong mga congressman. Kinakalkal na nga yung buhay ng mga quadcom eh. So ano pong ma-expect niyo po dito kasi you're basically treading on a landmine here kasi the Vice President has so many supporters.
Trabaho lang po, walang personalan.
Next question na lang po and my last question. Sinabi po ng isang columnist namin, si Manu Tequia, na you're being compared to an mafia. You're being compared to a mafia code of honor, yung rules and yung mga pag-open ng budget, presentation and all. And I quote her, "Omerta, the mafia's code of honor is embraced by the very institution elected by the voters to stand for their interests. And the rules are bent to suit their ends. Truly, he who has gold rules is the only rule honored in this chamber." What's your comment on that po, na parang you're acting like daw po a mafia?
She's entitled to her own opinion. Bahala siya.
As Kong Jill said, we're just working with the rules here. We're nagtatrabaho lang po kami. I appreciate the questions, Red, no, but they seem to be politically charged. So I think we'll just leave our work to speak for itself po siguro.
Ako, nabanggit mo yung 32 million. Siguro, ang isang opinion ko na lang doon, respetuhin niya yung nagtiwala sa kanya para may luklok siya sa pwesto at gampanan niya yung trabaho bilang vice-presidente.